Oh, y'all, Mikey paid Mark back. That's a good thing, man. Paid him back 100% in full. So I gotta let all y'all know, because I know we all been dogging him out behind that. You know, not that he should really get a congratulations for paying anybody back what he owed them. I mean, you know, I'm glad that he did the right thing, but I mean, it's not something that, you know, like he really did a major feat or anything. He's supposed to pay him back. So, but he did the right thing finally, and I'm glad he can put that behind him. Mark can put it behind him, and now everybody can roll on, man. Get ready for the season, man. Okay, y'all, so it's Wednesday morning, and we got a few little things we're gonna do. Probably just generate probably around $400 or so today. Just a lot of little stuff. I got a job I gotta look at. We'll get Zach going on the pine straw over here, because y'all know I ain't been spreading no pine straw. I don't even care if I make money on it or not. Just anyway, but Zach likes spreading pine straw, so there's that. Yeah, I know. So anyway, that's where we're at. So y'all know the skid steer went down. I had a couple guys come in the comments and say, "Hey man, just go rent a machine." You know, when you own a machine and you're in the spot that I'm in, I don't know about anybody else, where the work is not like just, you know, mandatory. You know, if I were working for a contractor and there were deadlines and stuff, then I would have to go rent a machine, right? A Bobcat, skid steer, whatever. But see, I'm not going to rent a machine, and that's a good thought, right? Because, well, at the end of the day, if I rent a machine, then it's gonna cost me. I know there's some guys that they're telling me they can rent a machine for, you know, $180 a day. Well, okay, I don't know about that. You're not gonna rent a machine like mine with the attachments I got for $180 a day. For me to rent a machine, there's a lot of trouble. I gotta go get it. It's a 25-minute ride one way. I gotta pay them. And then I got to get to the job. Then I got to take it back and have it back before 9 a.m. And it's going to be, by the time you go through all of that, tax, tag, and title, all that stuff, you're going to be at a minimum of $500, $490, and $480 per day. And that's just with just a bucket for a track machine the size of my T190. That's just the reality of it. Because they add all this stuff on. They advertise, you know, oh, you can rent a skid steer for $300 a day. That's bullshit, man. You can't. Not here. I mean, they got signs that say it, but go in there and try to rent one and see if you can get out of there for $300 for a day. I don't know. I haven't ever seen it. Now, you might be able to rent it for a week and then average out to $300 a day. But I believe it's gonna be more than that. I'll put a picture up right here, y'all, of my cart over at Sunbelt, getting ready to rent a skid steer, just so y'all can see the price of these things. And that's a big deal. That's a big deal, man. Because the more I got to give the rental company, the less money I make. So I'm not trying to get out here and work just for the sake of staying busy. Not when I know. Now, a couple of things factor into that, y'all. So, if it was a deadline job, okay, where it's mandatory I get done with this before these guys can pour this slab, and they got guys coming to pour the slab because of the weather and everything on blah blah day, and it's got to be done. Now I may rent a machine in that, but at the end of the day, I'm not going to make as much money on the job if I rent a machine. Simply not. It don't matter, you know. And that's a factor, y'all. That's a big factor. Another big factor, a part of it too, is the fact that I have to go get it and I have to bring it back. Oh, Ray, they'll bring it to the job. Yeah, they will. $175 a trip. So, I don't care what anybody says, y'all, and I'm not anal about it or nothing, but renting a machine, you backwards as hell, man. To me, you're giving the rental company the money that you could be putting in your pocket if you own the machine. So, me owning my T190, that's everything. So, and I don't have all this work. I mean, I got work, but I can manipulate the work in a way to where I don't have to rent a machine. Because if you have to rent a machine to do these jobs that I'm doing, then I'm not making any money. It ain't worth it to me. You know, it just ain't worth it, because these jobs that I got in the pipe for the skid steer, the price is based on on me having my own machine. The price ain't based on having to go rent a machine. I mean, some of the jobs, the little jobs that I got, if you had to go rent a machine, you wouldn't make anything. You'd be like, you know, you'd make, you know, $200 a day or something, $300 a day. Well, Ray, you ought to charge more. Okay, but I don't have to charge more because I own the machine. And so, while somebody that rents the machine's got to charge, you know, $400 or $500 more than me to make the same money, I'll put a job off if that's the case. Or, matter of fact, I might not even do the job if they're really insistent on it. I might just back out of the job before I go rent a machine. So I don't work just to be working. You know, if you see me in a skid steer on a job, I'm making top dollar. And you're not ever, I don't want to say ever, but you're probably ever going to see me in a skid steer that ain't mine on a job, unless I borrowed it from a buddy of mine, which that don't happen, and or I was under some kind of deadline that me and some big contractor done came up with, and he's giving me a lot of work, you know, like in a neighborhood or something where I'm doing all the foundations or something like that. I may rent a machine for that. But I ain't gonna rent a machine that I own. Hell to the no, y'all. I'm just saying, man. And it ain't even nothing to think about, y'all. I mean, it ain't even close. And you know, guys that have never owned their own machine, they don't realize the profit margin that it can be when you own your own machine. The profit margins are huge if you can keep the machine running. Now, I know the Bobby's had some issues here the last few weeks, but up to that point, it's been over a year since Bobby been in the shop. And I venture to say that I probably made $30,000 with Bobby since the leak started. I'm just saying, Bobby. I mean, these skid steers are very lucrative when you got when you got experience like I got in the lawn care game, and knowing what your customer wants and knowing that kind of thing, and then owning your own machine. Well, I know how to make the machine do things that somebody that if I went and rented one, it would take me a minute to get used to the controls and stuff. Just to me, man, renting machines is just a total freaking backward thing. I'm just saying. I don't like to say I never will, and I have, but I'm not in the renting game. And I had somebody came on the comments in one of the videos, I can't remember, and I'm just responding to some of the comments that, you know, when my machine ain't running, you know, when I'm not running the machine, or when I don't have work for the machine and it's just sitting there, I can just rent it out. There ain't no way I'm renting my machine out. Not no, but hell to the no. See, when you go, you know, I hate to go back to it, but when you own your own machine, you can pick and choose. You can be a lot more picky about work, because I got what they want, meaning customers and potential customers. I got the machine. I own the machine. So I'm not going to take no short, no way, no how, and I will roll the dice. You know, when I'm dealing with my machine and the maintenance and all, I'll buy a machine before I rent one. I have been known, y'all, to back up work and then go buy a machine for that work, and then do all those jobs, make 15 grand, and then sell the machine. I did it with a stump grinder one time. I just been known to, I don't, like I said, man, I don't work for less than fair market value, dude. I just ain't. I ain't. And I'm in control of the jobs I take on. And I'm in control of the deadlines on these jobs. Now, again, if it's out of my control and there's a lot of money at stake, then I'll do what I have to do. There goes the Zack Attack. What's up, man? What's your cup? What's your cup? What's your cup? See? See how your man was? See how your boy been looking out for you?
Yeah.
See?
Always.
You always press the pine straw?
Yeah.
It sucks, don't it?
It's all good.
You gonna be able to handle it?
Yeah.
I got a job to go look at. I'm gonna get you going on it.
It's not that hard.
If my machine was stuck somewhere in a swamp somewhere, I might go rent a machine to get it out, and to get the job done, and to get my machine home.
Whatever.
I might. That's a scenario I didn't think about. I grab 2 bales and I go right over there to the gate right there, and then work my way down that side.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? All right, y'all. Let me get him going here, and I'll kick back. All right, so I got Zach started over here, y'all. That's how it gotta be, man. I ain't doing no pine straw. I ain't too good to do pine straw, but y'all get this though. This pine straw right here, in my area, they're not selling. The only way they sell pine straw now, they don't even sell it by the bale no more. They sell it by the roll, and the roll is like $10, man. And each roll is like 2 bales. Those 2 bales, yeah. So it kind of throws everything off a little bit, because in years past, for them, I charge $12. I get $12 a bale from them. So that's installed. So, and the bale of straw for a bale is about $4.50, $5 a bale. I don't know how much a bale costs now, but you can't buy it in a bale. At least not where I buy it at. I think they figured out another way to a machine that bands it up better in bales for more money, and it doesn't cost them as much. So yeah, I'm sure there's a reason. There's always a reason. So I won't be I don't like doing pine straw, just so everybody knows. And most of you guys that watch the channel, y'all know that I don't like doing pine straw. There ain't no money in it, man. You know, I don't buy a bunch of equipment and then turn around and do manual labor pine straw. I mean, I hate to say it like that, but that's the truth, man. I don't buy a bunch of equipment and turn around and do firewood. You know, same, you know, you can make money in pine straw. There's good money in it, if that's all you do. you know, if you don't have any equipment or anything, I mean, that's a good thing to do. Back in the day, I probably would have been more inclined to, you know, to do pine straw than I am now. But there ain't never been no money in it, if you ask me. Not compared to what I can make doing other stuff, you know. I mean, doing and to me, just, you know, there ain't no money in mulch either. Not for me. But I don't chase mulch work. I don't. Well, Ray, man, you missing out on a lot of money in the mulch. Yeah, but if I spend my time doing mulch, which requires a lot of labor, then I'm missing money somewhere else that I could be sitting on a machine, or a machine could be doing the work. So, yeah. That's my thinking. So a lot of guys have come into comments too and saying it's about time to upgrade the Bobcat. And you're right, it probably is. And I'm about there. But I want to, I mean, I'm going to start putting feelers out for a machine. I don't think that I'll buy brand new because they're just so freaking expensive, but I could, you know, but I would feel a lot of pressure that I don't feel now. Let me get a couple things paid for, and then I might be able to justify it a little bit better, you know, because I could buy a pretty damn good machine, sell my T190, sell the T190, and then put some money with it, right? And then just go to a dealer and buy a used one. I mean, I'm not opposed to buying a used skid steer. And I don't know that I'll go back with a Bobcat. I don't know. I'm going to have to do my research. Y'all will see, man, that I'm not really one of these guys that's going to just jump out there and buy a machine based on, well, I'm just not one to buy a machine that without doing my due diligence. So I'm going to do my due diligence in anything that I purchase to make the gamble as safe as I can. Because if I sell my T190 and then I put, you know, 10 grand with it, and I end up coming up with, I don't know, if I sell the T190, put some money with it, and I can come up with, you know, $25,000 as a down payment on a newer machine, then man, I'm cooking with gas, because that my payment will be pretty cheap. You know, just gonna say, and just let everybody know, you know, I'm not in the summertime. I don't run the skid steer as much as I run it now. I'm not really a full-time skid steer guy. Now, I'm not saying that I never will be or don't want to be, but the money don't justify the means right now for me to be a full-time skid steer, because I own all my lawn equipment. I mean, what am I going to do? Just stop cutting the grass? No. We need to find somebody to run the lawn, put the care part. Okay, but I still, in the summertime, I do the lawn care business. It sucks up all my time. You know, the skid steer. I bought the skid steer on the emphasis that I would, you know, give me something to do in the wintertime to make good money. I didn't know that I was gonna be able to make really good money and parlay it a little bit with all the attachments I got and everything. I didn't know that, because you don't know what you don't know, you know. So yeah, that's been my thing about the skid steer. when I bought the Bobcat, I just bought it for winter work, y'all. I didn't really, you know, I didn't think about, I was just thinking about surviving through the winter. But if I went full-time Bobcat work, right, well, number one, I don't have the work for that, where I can go out every day and do Bobcat work. I gotta have something to do every day. The lawn care gives me that in the summertime. And it would be bad business, if you ask me, it would be bad business at this point to quit doing the lawns and you know, depend solely on Bobcat stuff. I could do it, right? And I don't know if I can make enough money to survive. I'd have to be marketing a lot more skid steer work, and then you know, but that would not be good. That'd be bad business if you ask me, because I own all my lawnmowers. You know, I got, you know, $60,000 worth of lawnmowers that are paid for, all of them but the Skag. I mean, why would I go into the skid steer game wide open in the summertime? And I got all these customers that's taking years to build up. I know I talk a lot about, you know, man, I might want to get away from the lawn care, but in reality, that wouldn't be a good move for me. You know, it wouldn't. It would be a bad move. That would not be smart. But I could definitely justify buying another skid steer, you know. Ideally, I don't really care if it's a Bobcat or not. I want one that's a little bit easier to work on. Day before yesterday, when I was over at the landscape place, we was picking up that pine straw. They got a couple, and I know them. I've been doing business with them ever since I've been in business. They have a couple of the Kubotas, like Jim and the Greek got over there at Dig TV. You know, they got the Kubota 95. I mean 70s or 75s, whatever. And one thing I noticed about those Kubotas the other day, he had the seat raised, because they were doing some maintenance on them, you know. But they were doing maintenance on one of the Kubotas, and they had the cab up. And I'm looking under that thing, and it's like, man, it's a dream. Everything is so freaking organized. They got all the lines going into a and you can see everything is up. It ain't like, see, with my Bobcat, man, you can't even see down in there. It's like a tub underneath the seat, and it's like it's just made to hold fluid. I mean, it, you know, you can't see anything. Now my thinking is I could probably get a newer machine, and the maintenance and everything would be easier for me personally to work on. So, and keep in mind that when I bought my Bobcat, it had 2,900 hours on it when I bought it. Now it's got about 3,900 hours on it. So I put about 1,000 hours on it, and I paid for the thing a couple times. I mean, it's really, you know, if there's a game-changing piece of equipment, the Bobcat is that for me in my business, you know. It is. It's a game changer. It makes everything better. In my experience with the Bobcat, even though it's, you know, it's leaking right now, I mean, if that's all I got to worry about is you know, hydraulic line leaking or whatever, these things can be fixed. I mean, and I will keep the machine as long as I can, to a point of where it's so irritating for me that I'll sell it. I don't know what I could get for it, but I don't see me taking less than, I mean, I don't see me taking less than 16 or 17,000. So I wouldn't commit to that number right now sitting here in the truck, because I had to do a little research. You know, I don't make uneducated decisions. I don't just say things or do things that don't make sense business-wise. All right, y'all. So we only worked about 3 hours, man. And we didn't do anything. But see, I'm trying to keep Zach money rolling in. So Zach gets 80 today, and we didn't even. I mean, we didn't. You know. But tomorrow he won't get very much at all. So, and then Friday we'll be back. He'll be back on it. But Zach's doing real good, man. I'm pleasantly surprised at how good he's doing, man. So, I mean, for real, he's doing real good. And I'm not talking about just the working. He's gonna do good out here working, or he won't be working out here. He knows that. I'm talking about, you know, off the field. He's really. It's like he's maintaining pretty good. So, and I was just telling him, you know, hey, man. I mean, you're making it look easy, Zach, for real. So I'm happy for him. I'm proud of him too, man, because he is doing good, man. And sometimes in life, man, you just got to be bored. You can't be, you know, yeah. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna go down here and I'm gonna get me a Sammy from the Publix, not from the Publix, from the Jimmy John's or whatever. And I'm gonna go home. I'm gonna eat lunch. I need to call and get me some gravel delivered. I need to just go on and bite the bullet and do that, man. Because it's gonna. I was thinking about putting that fabric down, but I don't know about putting that fabric down, because if you put fabric down, then I won't be able to run the power rake across it. You know, ever. So, and I don't know that the fabric's really gonna do that much good. I just have a hard time spending $1,000 on freaking gravel, man. I mean, I could go down here. I could go down here and get it myself. But I gotta have some gravel, man, for my gravel road up there. I got to. There ain't no ifs, ands, or buts about it. Got to. All right, y'all. I gotta make a couple calls real quick to get out here and make some real money, man. Anyway, y'all know what it is, man. It's Sammy time Wednesday, y'all. We'll see you tomorrow.